This is the Iowa Weather Report for Wednesday, January the 16th, 2013. Now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. At noon today, we have a trough still over the upper Midwest and the east, upper level feature over the south, cold vortex over Hudson Bay, keeping the northwesterly winds coming. A little bit of a disturbance moving across Minnesota and Wisconsin could kick off some light snow there that may clip northeast Iowa late this afternoon into tonight. Accumulation probably not existent. That system just peters out heading into the east. But the storm over the south could produce some interesting wintry weather across the south. Otherwise, the rest of the country is quiet. It starts to warm up as a ridge over the west begins to move in our direction, but that's not going to last too long as we see some snow breaking out in Canada, and that system starts to sweep southeastward into northern Minnesota and Wisconsin here on Saturday, and that's going to be the beginning of cold weather. And by Sunday especially, as you can see here, that's one system in the Great Lakes now off the east coast. A little bit of snow over the Dakotas, but the cold weather, high pressure over Saskatchewan heading straight to the south and east. Temperatures will be dropping into the teens for highs, maybe the single digits for highs. Lows at or below zero. So highs over North Dakota here on Monday. Lake effect snow over the lakes and fairly dry across the country and systemless. Well, that systemless doesn't last with a system over the New England coast, but lake effect continues over the lakes. A little bit of snow with a disturbance moving through the northwesterly flow here Tuesday, possibly. And even a week from today, we still have the flow out of the northwest. A ridge over the Four Corners region and an upper level feature well off west of Southern California. But we're still in the northwesterly flow, so temperatures are still going to be cold, but we're going to start seeing the signs of slight moderation, especially in the western counties by the middle of next week. So there's that for you. A couple days after this, on the 27th, well, now the flow is not out of the northwest. Now the flow is out of the west, so it's a zonal flow. Some energy here and there, but it still looks mainly, well, tranquil around here. Some snow over the Dakotas, some rain across the south and east. So not much around here, and that looks like seasonal readings if this pans out, and as you know, this may not. And at the end of the forecast on the 31st, the last day of January, upper level vortex over the Canadian Maritimes, and the flow is back out of Canada again. Split flow over the west, and that means the cold air is back, but this looks mainly just to our east, but it'll be cold enough that's going to drop temperatures at least into the upper teens to lower to middle 20s for highs. Here's the satellite image from last evening. We had some moisture streaming from Texas through the mid-south up to the Ohio Valley and New England with some rain, some freezing rain, some wintry issues there, and a few clouds from the northwest that could skim the state, as we said, later today and tonight. The watch warning map from last evening, some winter weather issues from Louisiana of all places, north and eastward to the mid-Atlantic and northeast. Some ice storm warnings in there as well, some freeze watches and warnings in the south and west, and some air stagnation in the Pacific Northwest. QPF chart. Precipitation over the next 5 days through Sunday evening at 6 o'clock, showing some decent amounts of precipitation over the south and east up into the mid-Atlantic and northeast. A little bit of snow across the northern tier of the country, and around here it's still dry.